Do you want the secret to a great Thanksgiving where you'll actually feel really thankful instead of bummed out and frustrated like a lot of people are feeling right now because the planet is so unstable and so much is happening in ways that we can't control? My name's Sonia Choquette. Welcome to my channel. I am an intuitive guide and teacher. I've been working for over 50 years for this moment. This is exactly what we're coming to. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to turn on your inner channels, open up your ability to read life, read people, read situations, read opportunity, read danger, read the energy going on in your life so that you make empowered decisions, and also how to attract at a high frequency. And it's really grounded in science as well as just opens up the channels to your intuitive faculties big time. So if you're new to my channel, I welcome you. And for those of you coming back, I love you. And I'm so grateful for you because you are part of the bright, beautiful light of this planet that we all need so we find our way into this new age. Now, how do you feel thankful when it's been bummed out lately? Well, the first thing is you want to come to your heart center. Your heart center is like a huge broadcasting energy, and it is the attraction magnet that will bring to you what you want. You can't create or attract or be intuitive if you're bummed out and negative and in your head. So the first thing you want to do is start being thankful for little things. If you can't be thankful for big things and the big picture just scares you to death, start being thankful out loud and verbally for little things, because what that does is it starts to activate your intuitive channels. It turns them on, but it also turns on your attraction magnet. My teachers taught me to say, I'm thankful or I'm grateful 100 times a day, out loud, to yourself, in the shower, to other people. And it's such a part of my life. And I will say, honest to God, thank you, I'm so grateful, has been my lucky charm vibration. I've had people say all my life, you are so lucky. Everything just seems to come flying at you in such unusual ways, like how I got published. I was just helped by a client I didn't even know. And I can go on, and I write about this in all my 30 books. But the key is when you say I'm grateful, I'm thankful, that's like secret sauce to draw in not just help from the horizontal plane around you, but from the divine plane as well. You seem to just step into this alternate universe that just can't do enough for you. So you can start with, thank you, I'm grateful you showed up. I'm so grateful for that cup of coffee, say when you're at the coffee shop, or I'm so grateful that parking spot opened up, or oh my God, I'm so grateful I have a beautiful cozy sweater to put on today because it's chillier. Man, I'm grateful that I get to see the changing leaves on these trees. It's so gorgeous. Grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm grateful for this delicious piece of toast. Now, when you say this, your words are like magic wands, but it also puts an alert out into the universe that I'm open for good things. I'm receptive. I recognize them. And I'm open. So then your angels and guides go, oh my God, someone wants to play. Let's go. And like just starts flying in. You've got your guardian angel. And one of the ways you know your guardian angel is showing up is you might see a sign like pennies on the ground or feathers, or you might just get a gift out of nowhere. Just all of a sudden you start to catch a wave of all the green lights going to work, or whatever you put on the radio is the perfect song. It's just something to bust into your day and light you up. It's like they like to show their presence. They like to surprise you. And then if you're starting to feel that, say, I'm so happy you're here, and ask for what you want. Maybe I remember years ago, I was dating who became then my husband. I was dating him, but we had only been dating for a short period of time. And I said to him on the way out the door one morning after breakfast, I said, I'm in the mood for a present from my angels. Now, he didn't know me very well, and he did not know what he was getting into. So he said, "Were you asking me for a present?" I said, "No, not really. I'm just ready for one." Well, we went down, and as we were leaving my apartment building, I said, "Hold on, I'm going to open up my mail and check my mailbox." Open up my mailbox and check my mail. And there in my mailbox was a wallet that had been pickpocketed off of me in France 4 months earlier that I wrote off as forever gone. Now, here's the wild card. Not only did it have the money, which wasn't that much, maybe $60 in the wallet, but my passport and my credit cards, which were the real value, were also there. No letter, no explanation, just there it is. "See," I said to my husband at the time, or my boyfriend at the time, "surprise, I got a gift." And I was blown away. That's how you know you're starting to really be in this higher frequency. Say thank you for your gifts in advance and ask for presents and say thank you in advance. This makes creating and living and being in the higher frequencies super fun. Not only that, it turns up the dials of your intuitive senses and it sharpens your attention because you're on the lookout for gifts. You're being thankful, you're noticing what's going on, and you're recognizing gifts all of a sudden are just sitting everywhere. I had a client who started saying thank you 100 times a day, and she was a bridesmaid in a wedding and didn't want to spend any money, was bummed out that she was being asked, but she loved her friend and she said, "I need to buy these shoes that are these mules that are kind of a tan, not my color, and not even mules. I wear sneakers. I don't have any money." And she said, "Everybody in this wedding is so bougie," but she went into a secondhand shop, just where she normally shopped. There were the perfect shoes for her. Not only that, they were designer and they were only $10. Thank you, angels. Oh my God, I get to be as bougie as the rest. And still in my budget, it was a gift. She said, "I'd go in there all the time. You never see stuff like that." But for her, vibrational match. So your intuition will start to direct you. And all of a sudden, you will be in the what we call lucky girl or lucky guy flow. Right place, right time, right outcome, just like that. Now, right now, we have a choice. We could stay in bummed outville, but it's a dead end. Start tuning into being thankful 100 times a day out loud and watch your angels and guides flock to you and your attraction magnet turn on to supersonic power. Now, if you're really stuck and you're like, "Oh, stop the pep talk, I can't stand it," then what you want to do is realize that you're in a real challenging time of growth. Growth is painful. Growth is hard. It confronts our fears. It challenges our confidence. It helps us get back to who we really are. Some people call that the dark night of the soul. I've been through it. I wrote a book called Waking Up in Paris about the dark night of the soul. Actually, I wrote 2 books. Walking Home was my other book where my whole world just collapsed big time. So don't feel bad if you're in the dark night of the soul, but know the way out seems counterintuitive. Again, being thankful, looking for things to be thankful for. And if you really want to grow fast, be thankful for everything, even the parts that really are not nice, the parts that really cause you a lot of pain. For example, when I wrote Waking Up in Paris, I had just gotten divorced from a marriage of 32 years that, frankly, I didn't want to have happen, but it had to happen. Lost my home, moved out of Chicago, moved to France, started all over, had no friends. I mean, the sob story, definitely, I could really milk. But as painful as it was and as difficult as it was, I was thinking the other day, had that not happened, I would never have grown into being really confident without being codependent. I would have never found a really good group of friends, which are in my life now, the best people. My daughter, who moved with me, I've never met her husband, and I would not have my gorgeous granddaughter and second one on the way, all of which have brought me the greatest joy of my life. Now, did I feel that at the time? No. Did I feel like I had a big reason to feel sorry for myself and angry? Absolutely. But did I wallow in it? No. I knew from my teachers and my training and from my own angels and guides, open your eyes, be grateful, be open, be present, say, I'm grateful. In fact, it was kind of an interesting and funny thing for me because it is a habit of mine to say, thank you, I'm so grateful. And that was met with a lot of strange looks from people in France. It's not common to their culture to say, thank you, I'm grateful. But I got the best out of people from that because they really were surprised. And being met with, I'm grateful for the littlest thing you're doing, brought the best out in them. I made so many great friends in markets and in coffee shops and in even fancy bougie shops. Just people being super nice to me in return and making it easier for me to find a new home in a foreign country at a later point in life. Not easy. Very grateful. So, yeah, there's a lot we don't have a reason to be grateful for if we look at it from a lower ego point of view. We could be mad, we could be angry, we could be indignant, we could be righteous, we could be fighting, we could be all kinds of things, but all of that isn't going to bring you any happiness. It's not going to bring you any peace, and it's certainly going to shut down all your intuitive faculties, and so you're going to be kind of navigating in the jungle in the dark. When you start to open up these inner channels, you get psychic. You start feeling things. So I just want to point out, listen to your gut. This is the time to say yes. If I'm getting a vibe on something and it's strong, don't argue. Don't ignore it. You are reading the energy. It's a gift. Your angels and guides are turning the volume up. Say yes and listen. Don't say, I don't know where that came from. I don't know what that's about. If you get a good vibe or someone pops into your head, a bright idea. Again, these are your psychic faculties. The way they slip in aren't like rock and roll. They kind of slip in very gracefully, but they stay. And they leave you feeling interested and lifted up. That's how you know it's a true intuition. It's a true gift. It's psychic abilities. If they leave you feeling like, don't do that, a protective psychic input, just don't. If you're getting this kind of psychic information because these senses are turning on, then pay attention. And one more way in which your angels and guides will really work with you right now, and the more thankful you are, the more quickly you'll see this happen, is that they'll send people to you. They'll put people in your path that will be incredibly supportive or helpful or perfect or even great relationship for your life. You know, the divine angels send earth angels, and earth angels who help you, they'll say, can I help you? What can I do for you, or give you some really good energy? But we have to notice. A lot of people say that never happens to me, but I don't think that's true. I also was taught by my teachers that you say thank you 100 times a day, but also you'll encounter angels 100 times a day. You just don't notice. So don't live in the ordinary world of drama and misery. You can level up. And then just one last thing. The more you say thank you and I'm grateful, your magnet for attraction and manifestation gets huge. So you can also say thank you and grateful for what you want to manifest in the vein of consciousness of it's happening now. Thank you for that lovely life partner who's on his way and I can feel him. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance for my great brand new job. Thank you. I had a client who I taught this to, and she just moved from the Midwest to Arizona, and she said, I'm taking 2 weeks to go find a new home with my kids. They found their new home in the first place they looked, and she said it wasn't even the city that we were considering, but we got talked into it by this realtor that I really liked when we walked into the first real estate location in town, really not knowing where we were going. Met the most fabulous earth angel woman, a realtor who took me to this brand new city. We walked in and all three of us said in 5 minutes, it's home. She said we had another week and a half to just play and get to know the city because we didn't have to struggle with where we were going to live. Can you imagine how fun that is? Well, that's what you get when you turn on the attraction magnet of your heart, start turning on your inner guidance, and start getting focused on recognizing all the gifts around you now. That's how to be thankful when you're not feeling it. And by the way, if you want to really refine these skills, I have a brand new book, Read Life Accurately, how to recognize and respond to what's really happening so you don't miss your opportunities. So you read people and you read opportunities and you catch the flow really fast. So Read Life Accurately. You can find more information in the notes below. Thank you for tuning in. We have a lot to be thankful for, and the more you notice, the more you will notice how much we have to be thankful for. And I just want to finish by saying how thankful I am for you, for your time, your attention, your energy, your spirit, your heart, your beautiful bright light on this planet. I am deeply, genuinely grateful for you. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, that'd be great. And thank you in advance for considering that. All my love, guys, and I'll see you next week.